the control fish. That is a fish that was fed with commercial feed. Group B was a fish that was fed with the formulated diet. So both groups were reared carefully for 30 days without any contamination in water. During the rearing period, at the end of 0, 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30th day, the parameters such as growth rate, moisture content, ash content, crude protein analysis, carbohydrate content and total antioxidant of the experiment fish was studied. So this chart shows the specific growth rate of the fish and compared with the both control as well as the formulated diet. And it's clear that it's gradually increasing from 0 day to 30th day, and the yellow one is the control fish that is fed with the commercial feed. The red one is the formulated fish diet, fed with formulated fish diet, and it's clear that the formulated fish diet growth was maximum when it compared to the control one. And this protein content and carbohydrate content of the fish. So here also it's clear that maximum protein content was observed in the formulated diet fed fish. In carbohydrate it was slightly varied. This chart shows the ash content and moisture content of the fish fillet when it fed with both commercial feed as well as the formulated diet. So here also the same result was observed, that is a formulated fish diet fed fish showed the maximum moisture content as well as the ash content. And the total antioxidant was also the same result. The maximum antioxidant activity was observed when the fish fed with formulated fish diet when it compared to commercial fed fish. So thus it is clear that seaweeds can be utilized as fish feed with right composition in combination with plant byproducts so as to improve and increase the nutritional level of the higher trophic levels of the food chain, that is human beings. So when algal fish feed, when it includes when it fed by the fish, it improves the nutrition in fish. Thus obviously it also improves the nutrition in humans. Summary: an attempt has been made to highlight the prospects of Indian seaweeds in the application of large-scale efficacy, assessment of potential of micronutrition characteristic and usage in the field of aquaculture as a supplementary fish feed. 4 seaweeds were collected and identified morphologically, anatomically and phylogenetically. They were cleaned, shade-dried, from which extracts were prepared. Based on the blast analysis and phylogenetic study, the selected seaweeds have matched the taxa Turbillaria conidus, Pedaena tetrastomaticus, Pathoglasm asperum and Ratulpia filcina, and RBCL paropoids based different supported the classification in the phylogenetic tree. The phytonutrition potentiality of seaweeds. To understand the potentiality of seaweed on phytoremediating oil pollution, the same 4 seaweeds were cultured under laboratory condition modified to cultivated medium with a different concentration of oil. Of the 4 seaweeds, T. conidus and G. filcina were survived and others disintegrated. The brown seaweeds, T. conidus, survived in higher concentration up to 500 ppm, while the red algae, Ratulpia filcina, was able to withstand up to 100 ppm. Then parameters such as photosynthetic pigments, chlorophyll A, total chlorophyll and carotenoid. Then the biochemical constitution were also studied in different concentration of oil. The chlorophyll and lipid content was directly proportional to the oil concentration. Historical study revealed that G. filcina revealed that at 100 ppm the oil concentration of the phytonutrient cells of the thallus become thin and upskirt. The maximum concentration rupture of cells due to extensive shrinkage of cells was observed. At 500 ppm, the T. conidus showed the percolation of oil in cortical cells as well as the medullary regions were observed, which made the cells flaccid, loosening their original shape, which then shrunken. Then is the mosquito larval efficacy of seaweeds. 3 different genera of mosquito larvae such as Aedes aegypti, Anaphyllus stephensii and Cuculus tunicifetus were reared and large-scale studies were carried out. By using these 3 different kinds of seaweed extract, aqueous, acetone and ethanol extract, LC50 and LC90 values were calculated. Results postulated that aqueous extract of T. conidus was effective against 3 mosquito larvae than other seaweeds. As T. conidus had its higher efficacy on larval activity, further purification was carried out in the aqueous extract of T. conidus. So 32 fractions were obtained from the aqueous extract of T. conidus using silica gel chromatography. 32 fractions were tested for its activity, that is larval activity, and the best fraction was chosen and the active compound was identified using TLC and UV-Vis and GC-Vis analysis. By carrying out these sequential analysis, the results showed the aqueous extract of T. conidus extracts may contain higher derivatives of tryptanthrene. So the complete study revealed the result of docking with sterile carrier protein showed the best docked ligand molecules and exhibited docking energy and good interaction with tryptanthrene site residues. Then its aquafeed potential of seaweeds. The seaweeds and base substrates were selected for the supplementary fish diet based on the biochemical parameters. The results indicated that the seaweed P. conidus, Pedana tetrastromatica and Spathoglossum asperum and the base substrates such as rice bran, wheat bran were highly nutritive potential. Mineral content, heavy metal content, ash, fiber and moisture content were estimated on the chosen best 3 seaweeds. The 3 seaweeds and the 2 base substrates were selected for evolving fish diet with different combination, that is from formulation 1 to formulation 7 to find out the best formulation of diet among the 7. The commercial fish diet was maintained as a control. So formulation 4 was the best since it showed the higher value on all quantitative examination. To analyze the potentiality of the evolved formulation 4, the fish diet was experimented by feeding 2 fish groups, that is group A, that is commercial fed fish, and group B. The study was carried out for 30 days. Results reveal that formulation 4 has shown higher value on specific growth rate, moisture content, ash content, crude protein analysis, carbohydrate content and also in total activity, antioxidant activity than control. The above all experiments inferred that the seaweeds are the promising mosquito larvicide, highly efficient in phytoemulating oil pollutant and the best supplementary fish diet in the field of developing aquaculture in India. So out of 4 seaweeds, P. conidus and G. felicina can act as a best oil remediant. So among these 2, P. conidus is the best. It can act as a oil tolerant algae that can withstand up to 400 ppm. Then T. conidus can also be used as a effective larvicide, and the combination of Pedana tetrastromatica and Spathoglossum asperum can also be used as a potential aqua feed. So this patent actually I have filed. These are my publication, these are my references and acknowledgement. I just want to thank first the God Almighty, then my supervisor Dr. T. Punkulali. Without her support I can't stand here. Then I want to thank principal, head of the department, and staff members of PMC, and my friends, research scholars, and all my family members who supported all the way. Thank you all.
Thank you, Valentina, for that lucid presentation. Now I leave the topic open for discussion. The audience I welcome the audience to ask their questions or clarifications. She's here and you can clarify anything you need from her. Any questions?
I don't know whether the mortality rates were presented, maybe I have missed the mortality rates of the larvae. What was LC50 and LC90 you have mentioned?
Only the LC50 value.
Oh.
Because based on WHO procedure, LC50 is more than enough.
Okay. And whether the fish trials conducted, you were able to conduct it here in your college? Fish trials, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I have maintained that aquarium, small.
Oh. How big is the fish?
Actually, I bought 10 days old fish.
Okay. Smaller ones only.
Smaller one. Because the larger fish can able to withstand in any condition.
Okay. Thank you. That's a good piece of work.
Valentina, I congratulate you. It's a very beautiful presentation, and I think your work was mostly very much application oriented. And on that, I would like to ask you, you said that you have also isolated the element, the principle, isn't it, which had larvicidal properties, and that was tryptophan. Now, have you evaluated how much of this principle can be isolated with 1 gram of Carbonaria phonoides?
This should be my further future study. I have
Yeah, because I thought it's very much application oriented and it's actually a war between the mosquitoes and man, isn't it? So if your studies have to become application oriented, it will be, you can think about how it could be put to use in a large scale manner. And maybe you can continue with these studies later on and find out it will help the government so much, isn't it? So, thank you very much for that, and I hope you'll continue with these studies.
Thank you so much.
If there are no more questions, then I think we can proceed further. I would like to first congratulate the candidate for the very good piece of work that she's presented, and I thought it was a work that was intelligible to any person, not a botanist or a biologist. Any lay person I think would understand what she was trying to say. So it is such a down to earth that these days we talk a lot about nanotechnology, nanobiotechnology. When we start talking about that, most of the time only a biological audience will understand. But this is not so. Though it was high level work, there was blast, everything, still we could understand what she was trying to explain. So I thought any person could understand. So any research should be of this type. It should be able to reach the common man. So first I would like to congratulate the supervisor and the candidate for having presented such a good piece of work. Actually, I would like to, before we proceed further, I would just like to read the reports of both the foreign examiner and the Indian examiner. And there are 2 questions posed by the foreign examiner, for which I think Valentina will have the answers, I think. So actually the questions I will first say, let us see what she has to say for this. The foreign examiner has posed 2 questions. The first one is, what would be your suggestions to enhance marine resources to effectively control mosquito menace?
So actually, I have done a preliminary work, that is, I have isolated the active compound. So further I can, as ma'am asked, I can isolate and I can do the commercial product, and develop the commercial product so that it can enhance that.
The question is, how would you enhance marine resources?
So from the seaweed, I have isolated from the seaweeds. So seaweeds obviously is a marine resources.
So you will you can enhance the seaweeds, you say. Okay. How effective is the formulated fish diet along with seaweed to fishes?
That I have identified the potentiality of that formulated diet. I gave it to the fish, and I saw that growth rate, protein content, and all the nutritional content of that fish. So it increased when it compared to the commercial feed. So this could be the better one.
Even I thought that was missing. Like, you gave us lot of data tables, but it would have been nice if you had some pictures also. We wanted to see how the carp, what was that red tilapia, how it grew and what it became. So it would have been nice if you had some photographs of that. Yeah, I think that's the one thing. Otherwise, you have given data, but probably they would
Some
want to have
photos
some
would have added color.
Okay, fine. Those are only 2 questions. There were no questions from the Indian examiner. So I'll just give you the summary of. So they said that the research work adds new dimension in understanding and knowledge to the society and increase awareness of the usage of seaweeds. The thesis is highly commended, and I recommend the acceptance of the thesis submitted by Ms. J. Valentina for the award of degree of philosophy in botany. This was the concise report of the foreign examiner. The Indian examiner also has appreciated the thesis for the chapter-wise division of plays, slides, figures. The introduction and highlights were presented very well. The review of literature was done very well and chronologically. Metal Methods has given the mandatory parameters and it highlights the chapter on phylogeny highlights very well how the phylogenetic studies were done. The results gives the overall findings very well and discusses the significance of work. Then the conclusion highlights the key findings of the study. The references are exhaustive and well written. So he says thesis should be accepted for the award of PhD degree. From my side, I also recommend the same with your permission. So we will call Miss Valentina as Dr. Valentina. Thank you.
Thank you, all present here of the heavy hot climate. I'm really very happy to see all the senior professors being here, and please stay for lunch. And another important thing is, I'm really very happy to see such a big audience in the vacation time. So I'm very happy. Thank you very much. Thank you, one and all.
I want to thank everyone who attended my Vaibhav Hossain. I just want you to be here for us lunch. Thank you.